Who is the only golfer who has shot a 63 in the United States Open twice? Who has an Olympic medal? Plus, who has an incredible Ryder Cup record? We're talking Tommy Fleetwood. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking at Tommy Fleetwood's great swing, his secret, and it's a fun secret to share. Plus, he has some practice tips that we're going to learn. This is going to be so great for you. Like his buddy Rory McIlroy, Tommy Fleetwood's best weapon is his driver. Unlike Rory, who hits it longer than anybody and straight, Tommy Fleetwood has consistency, incredible consistency. There are two secrets to his swing, or two parts that I really, really like. One is his steady head. I talk about the head a lot, but mostly I'm talking about keeping it in place like this on your full swing, and it stays here and through the impact position. This is different. What he has is a steady head here. So he takes it back and goes down, and the head stays almost level. Most power hitters, in fact, kind of lift a little bit here, and then when they go down, they sit and they really get low. It doesn't whip around like this, it goes, and that keeps him totally under control. It's a short follow through. Rory and Tommy Fleetwood team. First time I heard about Tommy Fleetwood happened with my daughter Beth Carpenter, or Beth Kurtz Carpenter, Beth Carpenter. You might remember she did one of the best lessons here on our YouTube channel. Click on it right now, and you'll see one of the best tips that you would have about turning your body. It's excellent. Of course, I'm prejudiced because she's my daughter, but she's a great instructor. Beth called me, and she was asked by one of her members to caddy for the woman in a Pro-Am event. And I go, oh, that's great. Because you know, when you get in Pro-Am, how you do it? You pay big, big bucks to play in the Pro-Am of a PGA Tour event. So I said, who's she playing with? I was hoping for a big name, Scotty Scheffler or Rory or Adam Scott, one of the big, no, she said, well, she's playing with Tommy Fleetwood. I go, Fleetwood Mac, you know, that's just like every joke. No, Tommy Fleetwood. I go, I've never heard of it. She said, later, after the round, she said, Dad, you've got to learn about Tommy Fleetwood. What a great swing, what a great player, what a great guy. So, that's what Tommy Fleetwood is. He's a great player, great swing, and a great guy. So let's get to his lessons. I want you to think of maybe you and Tommy going out for a beer together after his tournament round and getting some of the S.U.D.S, right? A brew, S.U.D.S, S-U-D-S. So we're going to use those four letters. The first one you know, the steady head, how his head does not go up and then down like so many golfers, especially the power hitters. It just stays on a steady level. Secondly, he teaches two great tips for the driver and for the iron shots. It has to be up, down. In other words, steady head and then think up and down. What do we mean by up and down? Most guys, most amateurs and high handicappers wind up swinging down on the driver. When they swing down, they either hit behind it or the ball pops up. You've got to swing up on the driver. Here's a tip. Tommy Fleetwood practices this way. He puts a tee down and a ball in front of the ball. Hit this one and miss this one. Whoa! Huh. All right, let's do this. So we've got to be swinging up. And we did, and we missed it. So place these about a foot apart and then do this on the range. Do it, and it'll get you swinging up, because if you swing down, you're going to hit that second ball. So you've got to swing up with the driver. No problem, was it? Because the swing was going this way. It's not a lift, it's just swinging up instead of the swing down. But swinging down, that's next. Steady head, S, U, up, D, S-U-D, down, down. Let's grab an iron. Tommy Fleetwood says with the driver, with hitting it up, you think of an uppercut. You're a boxer and you're going to throw that uppercut. Throw that uppercut with power. So on the driver, you've got that uppercut swing. Here, you do not. You stay steady over the ball, put more weight on your left side, this way. In fact, I've seen Tommy Fleetwood do a stomp with his left foot. Just before he hits, this is in practice. That makes you think, I'm on my left side. I'm on my left side. I'm on my left side. Swing down with the irons. This time I'm going to take a divot, good divot. Swinging down. Hogan just clipped the grass. So credit that not to Tommy Fleetwood, but to Ben Hogan. I clipped that very nicely. The ball went beautifully, but I could have swung down just a little bit more and take a divot. Before we continue, I'd like to hear from you. The lessons help? Like to see something different? Comment right below. Oh yeah, subscribe. Before I move on to Tommy's secret, it's really unique. You stay with it, because I identify with exactly what he has done to really make his swing well coordinated. It's a secret you want to stick around for. But first, we talked about Tommy Fleetwood being such a nice guy. The World Tour, DP World Tour, the European Tour, the guys talked about Tommy and all they said, oh, stringy hair and nice. I think that's the image that comes to, plus a great golf swing. Nice, and he is.
Why do you think everyone likes you so much?
I'm so blessed with the family that I have and the love that surrounds me and the support that I get, that it just makes everything that much easier, really, whether it goes good or bad. If I could give my kids one piece of advice, I mean, there's tons of advice, but I always tell them to be a good person first, and I've always tried to do that. My dad always told me that. He always said person first, golf for seconds.
He and his wife, Claire, have a child together, and then two by her previous marriage. Here's something really interesting. He says, we have a great marriage because I just do what I'm told. You know, happy wife, happy life kind of thing. But it's more than that. He's just a really good, loving husband. And his wife, Claire, get this, his wife, Claire, is over 20 years older than he is. You look at a picture of Claire Fleetwood and Tommy Fleetwood together, he looks like he's 20 years older than she is. She's a very handsome, nice-looking woman who actually is part of his management team. That's how they first met, but they've got a great and warm marriage. But there's another part to the Fleetwood family. That's his caddy. You see, the caddy is always a part of the golfer's family because he's so close. Ian Finnis is the name of his caddy. Want to hear a story that shows you Tommy Fleetwood's heart and the strength of Ian Finnis? Ian Finnis and Tommy Fleetwood are like this. Mutt and Jeff. Ian, 6'7". You talk about a disparity in their height, but man, they are like that. 2024, he had a hole in his heart where bacteria were entering. He had to have open heart surgery. Tommy Fleetwood used a Masters caddy for playing in the Masters and picked up another caddy to help him out, but he constantly checked on Ian, constantly, because he was a family member. Within 3 months, Ian, open heart surgery and all, was back. Ian says, I'm here, I'm retrieving my own bag. That's what he wanted to do, and he did. Kind of paid off for him too when in 2025, with Ian on the bag, Tommy Fleetwood wins the FedEx Cup and $10 million in one tournament alone. Usually a caddy gets 10 to 15%. So, hey, I may stop doing this YouTube channel and go back to caddying on tour. I did that a couple of times with Mac O'Grady, but they weren't paying like that back then. In fact, I didn't take any money. But Tommy Fleetwood, great guy. So right now, let's go to a secret that Tommy Fleetwood and I share, which is really going to help your golf game, if you can do it. So what's the secret? It's this. I'm just going to turn this right-handed driver over, like this, and hit a drive left-handed. That's a keeper. That's what Tommy Fleetwood did. He started hitting left-handed. I want to tell you this, when I started 2, 3, 4 years ago hitting left-handed, I did it because of a little pain in my neck, and my chiropractor said, you're just all bunched up, and I said, what about hitting a few shots left-handed to loosen up, because I hit so many balls. I hit 300, 400, 500 a day, 6 days a week. And we tried it, and within about a week or 10 days, that pinched nerve cleared up. The only thing wrong was, there was no swing. It was top the ball, chunk the ball, whiff the ball. All of a sudden, someone like me who's played for 7 decades or more and can swing with her eyes closed and hit a golf ball, couldn't hit a ball. You realized at that moment how difficult the game is, how you have to focus, how you have to keep your eye on the ball, how you have to keep your head steady, have you take the club inside, have you stay here. All these things that you take for granted, your swing looked like, and that's being complimentary. Tommy Fleetwood said the same thing. He said, every golfer should hit balls left-handed, just a bit. That way you get everything imprinted in your mind that you need to remember, because it is blooming hard to hit a ball left-handed if you're right-handed. And as you know, or I hope you do, we had a great day with Golf's Ironman where we raised money for Folds of Honor. It's to help the children of our fallen heroes. You're supposed to play 100 holes, get your buddies to pledge per hole. It's a wonderful program. Instead of playing 100 holes, I played 200 holes, 100 right-handed and 100 left-handed. Shot my age 9 times. That shows you how in 2.5 years I made the progress necessary where I can now shoot in the high 70s, low 80s, left-handed. Not as pretty as right-handed, but you can get the job done. That's Tommy Fleetwood's final secret to you. To quickly recap then, S.U.D.S from Tommy Fleetwood, S.U.D.S. First is that steady head that he has throughout the entire swing. Second is swing up with your driver. D is right, swing down with your irons. And finally, remembering his special secret, hit some balls left-handed. It'll get you really focused on what is a fundamental to golf. Do that, and may your golf, your life, be absolutely amazing.